KBKGC. Here we are. It's way after dark. It's your host Tito Man, and this is our actual first sub in about 24 hours. We had massive problems with the internet, so if you've been waiting around for Tito.tv, we are very sorry. We just did 4 weeks of heavy streaming. We'll be coming more into a scheduled event coming up next week as we all start to venture back out of our houses. I'm very proud of everybody who participated and everybody who came by and gave the channel some love. I was able to hit the YouTube's recommended list twice. Everybody who has been checking me out, all I can do is thank you. Without further ado, we're gonna bust open into an Outer Worlds episode. That's some ridiculous shit.
Okay, that's why.
How do you do? Ah, how might I assist you? You've changed your mind? Fine. You see, I really do need that seal. Rather desperately, actually. I can't grant you access to Byzantium without it. If the board learned of my foolishness, why, by the law, they'd fire me. I absolutely would not. The board isn't even the worst of it. Gladys intends to sell it to the highest bidder. She's demanded I provide her with proof of its authenticity. And if I refuse, she'll have those goons at Sublight Salvage throw me down the waste disposal shaft. A spicy little pickle entirely of my own making. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm certain Gladys can be made, well, can probably be made to see reason. I'll be waiting eagerly for your return. Now, is there any way in which I might assist you? Be my guest. Oh, good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably no. Best to be clear, I believe. Ugh. Law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp. How can I be expected to work in these conditions? Chief Tennyson is supposedly looking into the cause, but I've seen no action from her. Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that. A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use. Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use.
I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears, and busy little hands. I have few complaints.
Oh, you've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course. Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status and so resents any board presence, no matter how benign. When the alternative is board guards at their gates, yes, I do. They don't see it that way, of course, but I can't say I much care. Ask away.
Something about being in space gives me the creeps.
Something about being in space.
I can't believe the board allows an unaffiliated station like this to stay open.
Is it Mr. Wells, the fellow who woke you? How bad could he be?
Sometimes sacrifices must...
Yeah, huh?
I'm just important long enough to get another hall contract.
If Chief Cully taught me anything, it's that a crew's morale is proportional to the quality of their outhouse. You take away their plumbing and their dignity. Even though it's been 9 on the 20 years in the Groundbreaker, I was hoping we could get the gang back together. I understand that some things are changed and that we are long-range haulers. Some of us have gone corporate, some of us are dead. No one responded to my last invite. So I just got off ice. 2 year out, 2 year back. Imagine my surprise when we thawed and Groundbreaker comms told us our docking was going to be delayed. 1 hour turned into 5, then days went by. In the end, we spent an entire goddamn week waiting for a berth on this law-fucked bolt bucket. And because we were kicking our heels that time, not a one of us got paid. I don't know about you, but I got expenses, a family, I don't see enough, and debt you wouldn't fucking believe. And even if I'm not working, I still gotta make my fucking payments. Does that mean proper to you? Do we conveyors have rights? Message is no longer accessible at your clearance level. To those of you that raise concerns about the quality of the Groundbreak's vitals, it allows me to put the matter to rest. We did not raise from the beginnings of Sproutworth and Boris. It's not the reality here. Spacers make it with what they have and what they smell is lots of salt. Try it and enjoy it. Ship impounded. General notice about impound policies. If the board impounds your ship, take it up with the board. The MC has gaudy building upsides. Pay your damn fees and don't bother my people. Urgently looking for a new crew to sign on with. I've been stuck in this one for about a year now. I don't know what's holding my next posting. Never had to wait this long to get another freighter. I plan on taking this rare long hauls back to Earth, but I haven't been able to find anyone to do shorter skips in the inner worlds. Anyone have information about work, post it here. My story is my ship limped into this Groundbreaker. We couldn't make the repair fee, the docking fee, refueling fee, and now they're able to pay some other fees. Now I'm stuck. They took my ship and sold it for scrap. Now my credit is shot, and the corporate freighters won't hire me. Someone must bunk in spare places. This notice has been posted 56 times in 600 days. Cool.
Don't look funny at the crew. Heard they toss folks out the airlock if they don't like your face.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? That's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you. Why, it gets you the weapon best suited for your lifestyle.
Oh.
All the better for performing a little percussive maintenance.
Self-improvement, including one's weapons, is always a worthy endeavor.
Take your basic Deadeye assault rifle. Perfectly serviceable. But what if you like finesse? Slap a scope and silencer on that bad boy. Bunker down in a bush someplace and pop off heads. What if you like getting in close and making a lot of noise? Extended ammo magazine and a barrel heatsink to bump up rate of fire. Only takes a bit of elbow grease and a spot of engineering know-how. Most ships have a workbench near the cargo hold. Ours is in engineering. You could take your new toys over there if you feel like tinkering. No and yes. When you install something, it pops in there real nice, but if you want to replace it, the originals tend to snap like plastic toys. A what? Sorry, hon. Here at Bell's Shells, we just don't discuss impolite topics, and WARRANTIES tops the list. Right here for a start. I got a fair selection. Modified weapons are my specialty.
No.
So, what can I get you?
Piano suit, you got here, bitch. Damn, that's like all my shit. We'll just be. Hold up. Wait. Adreno.
It just me, or has it been deader than usual around here?
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes
Gonna head to Lear's for whiskey and darts.
Township from the dangers of alien
Yeah, I've done work for
and
some.
unemployed?
You ever hard up for work? You couldn't pay me to visit Monarch.
I'm not feeling so hot.
And lend your life to
I'm not
protecting
feeling
our
so hot.
wonderful brands and products.
Colonials are always itching for a fight.
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lei gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best thing. Stellar Bay proper? Tough to say. The board recalled all the nav keys about 10 years back when the Corps pulled back to Terra 2. It's overrun with beasts, I heard. Big ones. Kinda chew your face off for fun. Might all be board propaganda, though. If you're aiming to get to Stellar Bay, you're gonna have to get your hands dirty. The board don't like them that truck with Monarch. But I ain't the one you ought to be asking. Try Gladys on the promenade. She'll fix you up. I hear tell some folk down in the townships are getting offered early retirement. Who'd think of such a thing? What would you do with all the time? The radiators, they're fucked 10 ways to Sunday. And we're all sweating buckets wondering when the powers that be are gonna get around to fixing it. Couldn't say, and I wouldn't be pouring drinks professionally if I could. All I know is we're cooking in our own juices here, and it's only gonna get worse. Engineering. Chief Junlei Tennyson, to be precise. She runs this heap. Best she can, anyway. Don't know what's got her dragging her heels, but I wish she'd hurry it up. That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling the urge toward helpfulness, you can find Chief Junlei in engineering. There's nobody who knows more about the station's guts. Any system you could name, June's crawled around inside and made it better. She doesn't come around here often, though. Don't see her as much of a drinker. Too straight-laced for that. What ain't I got?
Hey you, where's my order?
If you got a complaint,
Still haven't
file
paid
it
for
at
your last
security.
drink.
Put it on my tab.
We don't have tabs, man.
Mechanical's all over, but
Gonna head to Vera.
got one more hour before the dockmaster bills me. How many beers can I down, you think?
You learn to keep your eyes to yourself in my job. Nobody wants you looking close at it.
Move along.
If it's between the Unreliable and the Rest and Go, I believe I'll sleep on the ship.
The following story. Remember Auntie Cleo?
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from. Of course, most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown. Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight, but I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one. Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free.
Carry on.
That one's done for.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Crossbow finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game into question. Both teams have tested negative for performance-enhancing stims. A toss ball first. Coaches and referees are debating how and if this behavior could lead to an unfair settlement.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was this your room? I'll just move along. Wait, this is almost certainly my room. That's my underwear on the floor.
I hear scary things about Monarch.
Man.
had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicar.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it. You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
To the last ratchet on rotten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you?
Okay, well, Ellie sent me, motherfucker, so...
What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Criminy. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she? Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I'll deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you?
No, dude.
See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding citizen of the ship, I swear. You'd let a poor, ill woman get disappeared by the board? Awfully cold-blooded of you. Though I admire your backbone. Alright, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. Udom was my buyer for when I'd acquired the diamond. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Oh, laws. Wait, don't gut me and skin me yet. Please, talk to Bedford. Tell him I can pay, a part of it, and I'm a useful person to know. Just ask Ellie. Surely you wouldn't drag me before him. I'm dreadful contagious. I just know if I face him, I'm dead. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh? You're sure no one followed you? Is it all clear, or am I still a wanted woman? Oh, that's just how Ellie is. According to her, she don't need no one or anything to get by in life. She can deny it all she wants, but we know each other. More than just as passing acquaintances. We've helped each other. Sometimes we even like each other. Lone pirates don't live too long, and it ain't weak to have a friend or two. Ha! Oh, you should ask her that. She'll love it. By which I mean she'll probably have an apoplectic fit.
Now where'd that patient run off?
Keep hanging around and I'll begin to think you're here for me. What can I do for you? You have yourself a day then.
I hope those Automex get here soon.
Something I can help you with? Take care.
Any word on Jesse? Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it. I'd go with you to see the board's rep, but I'm not great.
Have you tried our dehydrated water tablets? Just add air. Don't take my word for it. See for yourself.
Make a choice. Spacer's choice.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door.
Yeah.
You here for a particular reason? Did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven. Just like
What?
store-bought.
The fuck you mean, bitch?
Depends. What are you planning to do with it? See the lights. Taking a show or two at the infamous Bijou. Could be a treat if you like that kind of thing. All right, I'll sell it to you. But it's gonna cost you dear. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. You've certainly been blessed with an abundance of sass, haven't you? But it's your interstellar currency I'm interested in, not your nethers. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around. Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear girl's judgment. Well, maybe not in men, but she knows her comms. So, like as not, someone's been down there recently. And if someone says she didn't know it, I wager they got something to hide. I appreciate a woman who knows one when she hears it. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Neither do mine, dearie. Old Gladys knows the value of good work. You'll be compensated accordingly, I can promise you that. Should you find yourself responding to a certain distress call, and in so doing find yourself in possession of certain valuable corporate secrets, well, then we ought to have a chat over a pot of tea and my famous cookies. Law bless your atoms. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light on the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Laws. Maybe I should charge you double. Yes, dearie? Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
Hey.
You think Gladys is gonna make us listen to the rerun of The Chairman's Children again?
Still getting acquainted? Can't go wrong if you stick to the promenade. Didn't quite catch that. You'll have to speak up. Glass ear? Sorry, there's a lot of static on my end. Nothing to fear. Sorry again. The sound of Groundbreaker's engines has really got to me over the years. Huh? What? Huh. Now that I heard.
Great law, is it hot in here? Or is it just my glands acting up again? Yes, dear. Which offer were you interested in? You could always try your hand at landing in Cascadia if you're interested in dying horribly. Landing pad on Monarch. You don't need a nav key to access it, so it's got that going for it. But it's also kilometers away from Stellar Bay, and the Monarch wilds ain't exactly safe. Pick your poison. Marauders, wild beasts, acid lakes, bottomless sinkholes. If you're looking to die, Cascadia is happy to oblige. Might be best too, yes. Suit yourself.
That's goddamn $18,000 I gotta get. Jesus, man.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
I'm about to blow your goddamn head off.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
I've seen you limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicar? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicar. Don't worry. The captain and I will take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
headed?
That maniac on Monarch still screaming into the comms void. Getting real sick of it.
This is Halcyon News.
Hello again. Have you, made any progress with that terribly sensitive thing I told you about? You know, my government seal? Oh, yes. Right, of course. I'm terribly sorry for bothering you. It's just, I really need that seal.
Yeah, we know. Right.
Maybe you should have considered that before selling it.
I've castigated myself quite enough already, thank you. I don't need your help. Now, how might I assist you? Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases. That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? I quite concur. It's refreshing to deal with someone practical for a change. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
You can return to your work. Medical bay.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right.
Got word from Udom, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. Seems I'm indentured to the board now. I ain't too elated about going exclusive, but it's better than winding up dead. You sure saved my skin, stranger. All debts between me and Ellie are cleared.
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better than average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin. If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version. She helped me win a bet. No such thing as a low-stakes bet in my book. We were on a smuggling run planetside when our point man bet me I couldn't outrun a mantisaur. That's what I thought. And as you can probably guess, the thing was faster than it looked. Probably would have caught me if Jesse hadn't picked it off. What, you don't appreciate my go-getter attitude? Moral is, mantisaurs can't run when they're full of holes. You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
Something on your mind? I'm a surgeon by training and a pirate by inclination. Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. I make a mean zero-G cocktail and I've got a meaner right hook. Sure do. Some of it is even legal.
No way.
What gave it away? It's the hair, right? Or maybe the ammo belt? I had it custom made. Gotta advertise your business somehow. I've done all types of work with all kinds of crews. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, it's that I won't tell you your business. Your ship, your way.
Oh.
Makes two of us, Captain. It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand. Usually zero-G brew with some Spectrum vodka if you're lucky. Purple berry shake if you're not. I'll make you one sometime. If you don't enjoy it, I'll make a few more until you do. Well, my blood type is AB positive. I'm a Leo, and I despise Space Hospital. Never mind what anyone else tries to tell you. That about covers it. Aw, come on. That stuff's boring. Look, the thing I've learned about living in close quarters is that you've got to give people room to breathe. I'm all for making a few bits together and having fun doing it, but let's keep a little professional distance. No complaints here.
Yeah, huh?
We'll talk later. Got a bit of a sore throat from all that fake.
We'll talk later.
Coughing.
gracious. I was just sitting down for tea.
Shut up, bitch.
I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
Yeah, whatever, bitch.
It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me?
Nah, I'm good, bro. This bitch wants me to pay $5, man.
Yes, dear. Which offer were you interested in? Suit yourself. Anytime, sweetheart.
Okay, so...
You know where to find me.
Shut up, bitch. Wait, what? Alright. 7,000. I'm 1,000 short. This is fucking expensive, dude. Hell, dude, really. Might as well do another mission. Okay, so really and truly, we're fucked there. Purchase a Navgy. Not happening. Balance due. Bedford wants his seal. Can't do that. So, main quests are fucked. Gladys give you a copy of Gladys has given you a copy if they're a corporate. View the distress signal on your ship. Alright.
Rizzo's knock you out bar. A
CN-76, young possible.
Shut the fuck up.
Miss Ellie,
Hmm?
or, Dr. Finhill. I notice your pistol's been making a funny noise.
What are you talking about? I oil it every night.
Well, look here. Your slide's not recoiling fully? You might be due for a new spring. I could take a look, maybe fix it for you.
Sure. I'm short on bits at the moment, but I'll pay you back.
Oh, no. I mean, it don't cost nothing. I got a spare spring in my pocket here even.
Everything's got a price.
You learn to keep your eyes to yourself in my job.
Where are we headed?
Damn.
It's always fucking freezing in the bays.
It's always fucking freezing in the base.
Hey there! Got word on the wireless. Your flag's cleared. You're free to go.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hope you enjoyed your time on Groundbreaker, the last free port of call in all the colony.
Cool.
Made it up on the spot.
Pretty good, right?
Good, right?
No, dude, not really.
Maybe don't let us hear the air quotes.
Well, I thought it was neat.
I'm still working on it. We don't need luck. We got June Lay. Wheeler's gonna love it.
That was a really weird.
If it wasn't for us, this whole damn station would shut down.
Okay. And?
Hey, you got a second?
Yeah, man, what's up?
Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
Oh, here you go, bro.
What? No. No. Okay.
Creep.
Yeah, maybe a little. I'm not trying to be all creepy like. I just want to make a good case for myself.
Okay.
Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
I don't know about that, bud. Why does everybody want this in? Alright, Felix, tell me why I should hire
You're
you.
giving me a shot. Alright. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang. Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion.
Sorry.
Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man.
Okay,
That
alright.
motto is a work in progress.
Yeah, okay.
Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler.
Really?
This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or a door held open while escaping enemy fire. In conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and/or outlaw gang. I look forward to our adventures together.
I thought that was real good, Felix.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. What do you think? Am I in?
Why not?
The fun kind? I mean, what else do you do when you got a ship of your own?
How about we just say we're trying to do good?
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not gonna regret this.
Well, this'll be interesting, huh?
Somehow, I always find my way back to the Groundbreaker. Didn't I tell you? I'm secretly the chairman's orphan child, abandoned at birth in the back bays. That's right. Can't get anything past you, boss. Honestly, before you picked me up, I was living in the back bays. Spent my whole life up there, watching ships roll in and take off. I always wondered when my ship would come. I was what folks on the Groundbreaker call a stowaway. Means I was invisible. Life carried on for everybody else, but not for me. I had to make my own way.
Hey.
Stowaways ain't free. We were just as trapped as anybody else. We didn't belong in the system, but we still had to live in it. We still had to play by the board's rules. Imagine spending your whole life looking out at the stars and knowing you could never aspire to be anything more than a box hauler. That's what it's like. Hauling boxes was about the only work I could find. Hated every second of it. Foreman and I never got on. Yeah, I hear you, boss. Sounds like I was out of line, right? Swinging on my own foreman like that. But on the other hand, broadsiding the jackass with a tossball stick, that felt good. That felt real good. You ought to try it. Yeah, I mean, in theory. But I wouldn't have felt half as good. I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't picked me up, I'd still be back at the docks, waiting for the day my ship arrives. Oh yeah, I had a prison cell back on the Groundbreaker. Carved my name on the wall. I wonder if it's still there. Thanks for listening, boss. Let's get going.
Are we gonna get in trouble today? Not that I want to, just seems to happen around you, is all.
Whatever, cornball. Bitch, I'm out.
Welcome back. Do wipe the blood and space dust from your feet in the entry bay. Thank you. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate. Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No! No, no, no!
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw. Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders. What part of the colony would you like to discuss? How can I be of assistance? I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely. I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope? When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative. Traveling the system with you, Captain. Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design. If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was. How can I be of assistance? May luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist. But it seems to comfort humans to believe they possess good quantities of it.
In other words, humans are fucking stupid. In other words, humans are dumb.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Take care. I require a functioning captain to run the ship.
Can we talk? This Roseway business smells. Something tells me things didn't end well for the guy who made the distress call. And whoever or whatever got him will be waiting for us. Just a little caution. Could be a reason no one's picked up this job yet.
Okay.
If you say so. I'm keeping a finger on the trigger all the same. Anyway, we might as well take a look out there. See if we can get the jump on whoever's waiting for us.
Sometimes I can hear Vickers saying prayers to himself. Sometimes I hear him cussing about tossball scores.
To return in one piece.
No guards, huh? I like this place already.
Captain, something bit them. Something with more teeth than is strictly necessary. Okay.
Now that was fun!
Okay, so scientists have been here. Cleo security recruit. Looks like I'm writing in the odds that you found your back later. I'm sorry I wasn't here to see you moving us out. All of us hoping that whatever it is, I don't know why. And Dad, do me a favor and burn this journal. I'm not allowed to mention Roseway. Interesting. Big cartridges. Pick smokes.
Obstruction of commerce is punishable by a fine of no less than 10,000 bits.
Okay, so this has been evicted.
Warning, pathing obstruction. Organic materials detected on roadway. Please ensure mechanisms are free of gristle. Delays in loading due to commerce.
That's what I like about you, boss. Your contempt for the beaten path.
Employee, you have been fined an additional 200 bits for commerce obstruction. Please collect your ticket. Clear the roadway. Obstruction of commerce is punishable by a fine of no less
Okay. Okay.
They left their own outside to die? Was it that bad?
I mean, it looks that bad. Eye patch, nanner patches. Another door that doesn't open. Scientist. 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 Damn, them boys got wasted, son. They really never stood a chance. Is what it looks like. It's historical? Nope. No back doors, no front doors.
All right, hushing up.
Here we go!
Yeah! That's what you get!
You guys alright?
Anyways. My man started screaming. He's like, ah. Man, I ain't getting nothing off these bitch niggas. Distillery discovered.
Nice of them to leave us a little complimentary cave whiskey.
Yes, it was, sir. Yes, it was. I have to admit, I was very, very happy. A little bit of vodka, a little bit of triple pasta. Pick up baked beans, pasta, light machine gun. Pick up this rug, and that's about it. Why the hell there's a distillery right there in the mountain, but whatever. There is stimulation through inhalation. Alright. Gotta be a way in this motherfucker, that's for sure.
Here we go!
Let him have it!
Bitch.
Oh, that's the last of him.
Piece of hell, it burns. Well, maybe you should have been a little bit more careful. Just saying. Anyways, back to the mission. Right here, this front door don't went all the way around to Spacers, choice, tactical shotgun, bypass stunt, more meat, and I think that's it. Do believe so. Let's go on into Roseway, see what the hell's going on in here. Holy shit. Ain't much left here. Jesus Christ, what happened here? That's ridiculous, dude. I can already see dead people laying everywhere.
Where are we headed?
The ventilation shaft runs from the bottom of the lab to the top of the hill. Over the
Top of the hill's Raptidon territory.
I don't need to do it myself. I can stay here if you want.
So you'd send someone else on your damn fool mission. Told you, you're staying put.
Carry on.
One down.
Ah, outlaws, I assume. Do me a favor and let me finish this, will you? And then make it quick, please. Oh, you aren't with the outlaws? Who are you then? Oh, well, good luck. Now, if we got the carbon in here, it's just a matter of... Orson, you idiot. Just put it... Of course, because I didn't... No, it's get this, Chris, this... It's gotta put it... Oh, you're still here. If you haven't already, you might speak to Anton. He can point you in the right direction. Now, if we got the carbon in... What does it look like? I'm preparing a personal defense device. Or trying to, anyway. Certainly not. But Porter and his goons are busy with the outlaws, and Anton's busy holding his head in his hands. Seems as good a time as any to get a bit of work done. No. Well, yes. Well, no. Perhaps. I left schematics in our storage facility. As far as I know, the security commander hasn't found them yet. I admit I'd feel better were they returned to me. Out the south gate. Follow the road. It'll be on the left, past the old lab. Say, you wouldn't happen to have a tube of thermal paste on you, would you? Blast. Well, good luck. I hope I see you back here in one piece.
Okay. Well, that's another little mission.
Easy.
Nah, I shouldn't open this fucking thing. Okay. It's like everything. 17th bar discovered. 17th bar to vendor.
If you've come to end my life, let's be on with it. Oh, not actually one of them, are you?
No.
Yes. Anton Crane, lead scientist here. I must apologize if my call diverted you. I may have panicked. Everything's under control now, though, truth be told. Why, one of our attackers, of course. Obviously, they were drawn here in an attempt to make off with my research. My research may not quite fall within legal parameters, so I'm under orders to maintain wireless silence. However, having your head used as target practice can addle one's thinking. I cut the call immediately once I'd gathered my wits. The Home Office can't know what's happening here.
Captain's got your best interests at heart, mister. Honest.
I suppose it can't hurt. If I don't get that research back, my life is over regardless. We were tasked with formulating a new and improved dental gel. One cannot exaggerate the benefits of good dental hygiene. May I continue? While doing research on enzymes specific to the Raptidon's digestive system, we developed an additive which we subsequently discovered to be the most effective appetite suppressant ever. Not just any diet toothpaste, the ultimate diet toothpaste. Oh, I'm certain it could be made into that as well, with only a few changes to its molecular composition. But you're missing the point. Let's focus for a moment, shall we? Even if you disregard the obvious value of Auntie Cleo's Apazap diet toothpaste in and of itself, we're talking about my career here as well. Nice, is it not? Came up with that myself. It's a shame our marketing department is almost as befuddled as my co-workers here. Hours ago, a group of vicious malcontents fell upon us, shot up our labs and loosed our research subjects, the Raptidons. If those cretins get their hands on my research, well, they'll need not kill me. No, realistic. I don't get that research back, I'll be released from my indenture contract. You can't be serious. No contract, no work. No work, you're a pariah, cast out, shunned. Soon you'll find yourself among deserters. You know, dregs, ne'er-do-wells, eking out a horrible existence on the periphery of society. Even if that's not my fate, I don't relish being sent to some backwater corporate township.
Are they paying this guy to be a jackass, or is he doing it for free?
This is temporary and simply a means to an end. Yes, but don't kill their mother if it's avoidable. We've need of her to replenish our stocks. I think there's gas in the lab somewhere that can be used to put them out. The research is in the safe in my office. You'll have need of my code and keycard. The lab's entrance is in the side of a hill. You can't miss it if you just follow the road. You'll pass by the town's original... by the Grand Architect. Jameson. He's in the old lab. My protege. I sent him to retrieve some metabolic precursors, and I forgot him. Don't you think it weighs on me? He was my responsibility. All of them are, regardless of their thinking on the matter. If he has died, too many have been lost. Too many black marks against my name. And far too much paperwork. I'll thank you not to mistake my ambition for callousness. It's just that their constant complaining can begin to wear. They refuse to see the opportunity afforded us here. It's infuriating. Believe what you will, but I'm not the manipulative, ego-driven person you think me to be. I'm not. And my colleague, Jameson, will you find him for me?
I don't know about Dr. Crane's research, but we ought to find Mr. Jameson. He's got to be all alone, scared.
Hey!
You picked a hell of a day to visit. I'm Vaughn. Vaughn Cortez. Dr. Vaughn Cortez. But just Vaughn's fine, really. Over in the main labs. I rabbited back here when I realized I was hearing gunshots, not blown fuses. We've been cooped up in here, I don't know, hours? Too long. I have to get back to work. What? I mean, we're surrounded by hungry raptidons. Who wouldn't be? Am I right? Look, I don't want to go back out there, but there's a thing I gotta do. I had to leave an experiment running at the lab. Something I've been working on a long while. Something that could really get me ahead. Know what I mean? I've been extracting organic compounds from raptidons. Compounds that have, benefits.
Whoa, slow down. Benefits?
In certain social situations. Personal situations. Where you might want to, enhance your charisma. Sure. Of course. Our lab's south of here, down the road. Not the old public lab, the one past that, built into the mountainside. My equipment's in the lower levels, way in the back. I have a big room all to myself, dissection tables and whatnot. It should have been running this whole time. Just grab the results and bring them here. No, I mean, nah. In fact, don't mention this to Dr. Crane at all. you have a buyer. I got a contact who wants to haul the entire batch to Byzantium. Help me out, I'll cut you in for a share. I'll even pay you before I am.
Oh, okay.
Great! This is really gonna save my ass.
How do you suppose that stuff's used? Do you drink it, or is it like perfume? I'm not interested, just curious. If I had to look at those yellow walls all day, I'd make a point to sleep on the roof.
The vent shafts are how the Raptidons are getting out of the lab.
We're pretty good at this. Here we go.
Everyone. Think we'll find any freakish experiments locked away in there?
Maybe.
Heads up! Nobody messes with you, boss. Let's take a look inside.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got that?
I did.
Again?
I'd rather not.
Could have been a rat mimicking a human's voice. I saw that in a serial once.
God damn, that was a hookup right there. Okay, that's back in Rosewood Gardens. Okay, so that leads everything back to this one fucking room. Right. Let's do it. Then you get a tactical shotgun. Beast mode. Fuck y'all looking at. Okay, let's see.
Did someone lift the lockdown?
Okay, guys, we did a good 2-hour stream there. We should be good. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. This has been Tuner.TV After Dark with the Outer Worlds.